What if the Hearts fans woke up to find their recent good run was in fact just a dream? Already top of the league is just a memory for those supporters who watched as a nightmare start almost unfolded in front of them as Craig Dargo and David Proctor came close to giving Cali the lead. They were working just as hard on the benches trying to get their view across, but the message is coming over loud and clear that Hearts are not what they were a few weeks ago. That's something for Graham Rix to sort out, and he'll have to do so quickly before other teams see through the veneer of invincibility the Edinburgh side has constructed around them this season. This would have been seen as a game Hearts should win, even more so considering it was at home, but Mark Brown was barely troubled by the volley by Stephen Simmons. An agonising watch for the head coach, who had more to worry him than his own side's missed chances, because Cali were proving a handful for the Hearts' defence, with Dargo particularly sprightly. And from his layoff, Brewster should have given his side the lead. Between them, Brewster and Craig Gordon demonstrating contrasting frustrations. It seems these days if Paul Hartley or Rudy Scatchell don't score, Hearts don't score. The pair have accounted for 6 of their last 7 goals, although Ross Tokley almost got his name in the score sheet. Confident defending? Well, might have added a few grey hairs to the manager's head, but it was effective. Second half and Tokley involved again, this time with less certainty. A clearing header that might have proved more dangerous than it turned out. Hearts' reputation certainly goes before them now, with other teams working hard to make life difficult for them, so when the space opened up for Česnauskas, the finishing just had to be better. The sense of anticipation deflated among home supporters who are used to seeing their side take the lead in matches. Craig Brewster is 39 tomorrow, but there's no sign yet that he's beginning to slow down. He was here at the start of this move, and after Dargo held off the challenge of Robbie Neilson, the player-manager was there at the end and almost supplied a finish. Still, you have to go back to September the 10th for his last goal for the club, when he hit a rich vein of form. Hearts are hoping to get back to form, and although they found it hard to create too many clear-cut chances, Mark Brown almost gave them a way in. His challenge and Callum Elliott had the home fans screaming for a penalty and the referee shaking his head. No real contact, Callum Murray called that one correctly. Without the services of Roman Bednar and Edgar Jankauskas only now getting back to fitness, there is a threadbare look to the Hearts squad, a fact that was often dismissed when spoken of by George Burley. So there was a touch of straw clutching at even a hint of getting close to a goal, Česnauskas almost by accident catching Brown by surprise. Stephen Presley, so often the hero for Hearts, almost turned a trick again for them. And she's in it for the skipper, who so often leads by inspiration. And inspiration wasn't in short supply for the visitors either. Supplied this time by Ian Black. He came as close as anyone to opening the scoring. Gordon's heroics important. The last line in a tight Hearts defence that has been recognised at international level. It's been the rock on which they have built their early season success, and it was certainly put to the test here. The old man once again bringing out the best in the Hearts keeper. There's no doubt Hearts might have lost this game, and with it their unbeaten home record. Watch carefully as Cali number 2 Ross Tokley beats the offside before beating Gordon, only to be brought back by an offside flag. McCaffrey's neat flick, it was Dargo who was offside. Cali, unfortunate. Hearts carried their luck to the end, with Cali fans off their seats again this time, looking for a penalty as the ball came off the arm of Neilson. Ball to arm was the decision of the referee, and a huge let-off for the home side. There might have been no let-off if Brewster had found his shooting boots, but the warning signs are there for Graham Rix and his men that nothing can be taken for granted. Nothing has been won yet. They trail Celtic by 3 points and will have to rediscover form for Ibrox next week.
Lee Robertson agrees with that. His email to say Graham Rix better get his act together for next week's trip to Ibrox. Shocking display on Saturday. John Hutchison, I'm a Celtic fan, but I've been impressed by Inverness boss Craig Brewster. He's guided his team through some very tough matches, and of course Celtic up there next Sunday. Andy, Inverness's goal, which was chalked off, he was onside.
Oh, he was clearly onside. He was onside by a good 2 or 3 yards. He doesn't make much of a meal of it. But I think Dargo is certainly the man in an offside position, but he's not involved in the move at all. You see here the lovely flick from McCaffrey. And Ross Togley is, what, about 2 yards onside?
He runs, you watch it there, he runs past Robbie Nielsen.
Yeah.
He's there, the ball gets flicked there, he runs past Robbie Nielsen. It makes no difference where Dargo is. It's absolutely nothing to do with that, and that's a dreadful decision.
Well, they were robbed there, and Andy, near the end, they had a penalty claim as well. What did you make of this one, Robbie Nielsen handball?
Yeah, it could easily have been given. Maybe at the other end it might have been, although in all fairness, I thought Hearts should have had a penalty when Mark Brown brought down Callum Elliott, I think it was. So a lot of poor refereeing decisions over the weekend.
Well, Hearts really bossed Rangers at Tynecastle earlier in the season, Bill. Now they have to go to Ibrox and basically do the same again to keep tabs with Celtic.
Yeah, and where they got the best of most teams earlier on the season was the speed of their play. Starting for the goalkeeper, getting it wide, running at teams. One of them, I think, a mistake Graham Rix is making. I think he slowed their play down a bit, maybe try to get them a bit more patient. And it's not their game because you have to release guys like Scatchell. Also against Rangers last time, you had Bednar, although he was injured earlier in the game, and Jankowskis. So you could put the ball across and put defenders under pressure. I'm not quite sure where the goals are coming from next week, but they have to win.
We shall